Hello everybody, and welcome to the Pixels SMP. On this server, I've dedicated hours and hours of my life just to playing it all throughout 2024. As you can see, I've got around 35 days, which comes around to about 850 hours. And so I wanted to make a little series, just showing off everything I've done on the server. Starting with today's episode, I'm going to be showing off the museum of items that I have underneath my base. Sometimes that happens when you use a warp zone, I don't know why. Anyways, let's go check out the museum. In the very first room in the museum, I have the player heads that I've obtained. I've got a bunch of cool player heads, a bunch of player heads. You can see the generations are the order I got them in, so all these ones are the first generation, first heads I've ever gotten on the server. You can see just rows and rows of player heads. I will go through all these at the end of the video if you want to stick around or use the timestamp. But I'll explain the enemies right now. Kino Kiste, my first enemy. We met, and the first time we met, he would push me around and cancel my teleport whenever I tried to teleport at spawn. It was kind of funny. It was a friendly rivalry that started brewing, and every time I see him trying to teleport, I bump him now. It's kind of a fun little joke we have going. He's not an actual enemy. We just have a bit of a friendly rivalry, I'd say. There's GG Me. GG Me doesn't want me to have his head, so I put his head on my enemy's wall because I thought it'd be funny. Kektoast is an alt account of a good friend of mine, Kektoast. We just pretend to hate on his alt account like it's a different person. I've got a random Steve head, and so I, put it on my enemy's wall because I thought it'd be funny. I'm an enemy of Steve. I've got the guard. There used to be a guard at spawn, at the spawn area, but the guard doesn't exist anymore, so this is actually fairly rare. Because the guard would, fight mobs and stuff, but it was removed. And then lastly, Cinnabon. Cinnabon is another player. They would always call me Stinky, and I didn't much appreciate it, so I threw him on my enemy's wall. On the wooden stake. The next things I'd like to show off are the teams and friends heads. So first we've got the guard. I'll give a little rundown of everybody. First we have the guard. The guard isn't too special. It's just the guard. It's not even a friend. I don't know why it's in this hallway. We've got Cowboy. Now, Cowboy wasn't the first person I've met on the server, but we are married in the game, so I figured I should have him first beside my head. There's a command called /marry. I've got chat off, but yeah, basically we're married. Just so we can marry teleport and stuff, because I wanted to cheese a few parkour things. And try to get really short times on some parkour races, and so that's why we got married in the game. The first person I did meet was the Super Jord. Now, when I met them for the first time when I logged on, for the very first time, a year ago, I think, I just clung on to them for dear life because I did not know what I was doing on the server. Kind of just hugged behind them and follow along with what they were doing because I did not know what I was doing. The Super Jord helped me tremendously at my early days. Now, Soda is a real homie. Soda has no friends. Everybody loves him he's the wholesome guy on the server. So Soda's been a huge help in my journey on the server. Ooh3_ and Axolotl YT, we were a team. This guy got banned. He's banned now because it's a cracked, illegal account or whatever. But way back when, we made, I think, the first base that I was a part of. We made in a little mountain in the snow. It was kind of cool. And at one point, they had a coalition of, assassins. And so that was pretty interesting. I wasn't a part of it because I'm bad at PvP, so I don't like doing PvP. But, yeah, they would go out and, take a hit on people and, go out like hitmen and go attack people. It was kind of wild. Lynthia and Naud. Which I know I'm mispronouncing because I've heard somebody else pronounce this name. But we were the second team I ever had. Once these guys got banned, us three built a really cool base, which I'll show off in my next, my waypoint and waystones, like, areas video, which I'll make soon. I don't know, our base was pretty cool, and then it got griefed at one point, but then I got it, rebuilt and we came back better. They haven't been on in super long, and I think they've moved on from the server, but it was nice to meet them. Agooski, Kektos, and Four Whisper, I kind of met all at the same time. Agooski's a fantastic builder and a really good artist. I'll show off some of the art at the end of the video as well, perhaps. Kektos, super rich. He has a really good shop at the marketplace, and he's made thousands of diamonds. I think a whole double chest of diamonds at one point, like, bro was rolling in the dough. Four Whisper's pretty good at PvP, and so we've done some PvP stuff. Sentry built a cool community little village area where anybody new could go join and get food and get shelter. Take refuge out there. It's pretty handy. They got a couple skins. MGC is like this guy. He loves to chill at spawn. He's another like super like wholesome guy, kind of like Soda. Just chills at spawn, and everybody knows him. Everybody loves him. Seventh Prince is another homie. I met him and Onion Boy pretty early on. Seventh Prince is extremely good at PvP. I think even better than Four Whisper, and he taught me a lot of stuff I know in PvP now. Onion Boy is a silly Billy, to say the least. Real silly guy on the Pixels SMPs. Wrote some songs and stuff. Bit of a song writer, stuff like that. Cool guy. Just all around goofball, I'd say. He's made me laugh, you know, good jokes and stuff. Rudolph Pilk, is a very important person in this museum. He's helped with a lot of the donations that are in this museum, a lot of the weapons and tools and special items and armor and all that fun stuff. Owe a lot to Rudolph Pilk. This Wallace Warrior, another goober, kind of like Onion Boy there. This guy has an affinity for getting banned, but I respect him for it. We got Edster here, who was a teammate of Misfit, and he was really hard worker and worked really hard with Misfit to make some really cool builds. Misfit's down the line, I'll show off in a bit. His head. Kipfin, we only played for a day, but they were really cool. They had a cool Figuera model as well, which they showed off a couple pictures of. We gotta have Zystick. Zystick was like an agent of chaos. You can see kind of, because he has a different name. He changed his username quite a few times to try to like evade people who he pissed off, basically. He was stepping on a lot of toes on the server. We have Mr. Soybeans, who's the melon god. Not even self-proclaimed, I'd say he just is the melon god. And yeah, his skin used to be all white, but he fixed it. Now it's the proper the melon eyes or whatever. He made some really cool builds, like a melon pyramid and stuff. We've got back here we have the Pixels Turtle head, which is she's the owner of the server, and then we have King of Katsuko, who's a mod. I was supposed to have Tree's head here, but he just didn't. He didn't want to donate, I guess, which is a bit of a shame, because I mean his head is really rare, so I get why he didn't want to donate. It kind of sucks. That's all right. And then we've got Dave Sprocket's head, another goober, like with Onion Boy and Wallace. Me and Dave Sprocket go way back. He's a homie. Helps me out with a lot of stuff. Qualix Duck is another, one of the more recent moderators. Qualix has made a lot of cool builds on the server. Just a super helpful guy. Especially with like new people, he'll help people out and stuff. The next 4 or 5 people, Silly Red Snack, On Vice T, Rinby, I don't know why it says player head, but Bootleg Aiden, Pussycat Queen, who we called Bread. You can see the skin there. Cloudy Stars, and then River Sheet. We were all one big, this was I'd say my 3rd main team on the server. And we all got along really well for a good amount of time, and then there was this drama, and the whole team broke up. And it's just kind of how it goes with internet friends, I guess, sometimes. Bit of a shame, but that's life, I guess, you know? We got Pickle Eater here, which I showed off their armor earlier. They were a huge help. We were just kind of homies on the server. He had a lot of cool builds. Gave me, I think, all of his claims, because he permanently left around 3 months ago. He was just done with the server and had moved on. Davey Minecraft, he's my official bodyguard. Basically, he joined one day, and it was just like, I think I helped him with the Easter eggs at spawn, and he was just like, I'm going to be your bodyguard now. Like, and I had no choice in it. I tried to say, like, no, I can't let you just follow me around and do nothing. Like, you gotta find something to do on the server. But Davey was, I'd say stubborn, not in a bad way, but like, he just, he was committed, you know? So I respect it. Purple Chi-Chi was a pretty cool person. I didn't get to talk with them a whole lot, so it's a bit of a shame, but they're pretty chill. The next few people, we've got Violet, Bronzy, and It's Bobbio. Now, Violet was teammates with Bronzy for quite a while, until Bronzy, you know, had school and life and couldn't play on the server. I think they've moved on. But now, Violet is kind of with It's Bobbio, and they're homies. They are, like, probably the coolest people to just, like, sit and talk to, like, in a voice call or whatever. Like, anything's fly with them. They're just, like... They've got a lot of cool builds, too. A little town build and stuff. Really cool people. We have Misfit. Now, this guy, I talked about him. I name-dropped him when I was talking about Edster earlier. Misfit has some of the most insane, like, technologically advanced builds on the server. Mad respect to Misfit, like, the amount of effort he's put in to automate every single contraption, and, like, I'll show off his base for sure in another video, but good lord, it is just insane, the work that Misfit has put in onto this server. With AFK hours, which, because Misfit's AFK'd quite a lot on the server, I think Misfit probably has, like, more hours than me. Then again, yeah, it's not all gameplay time, whereas I've played all of my hours. I've been at my computer. Misfits, like, left their computer running overnight and stuff to just, like, perfectly optimize this game. That was loud. Anyways, but yeah, that's Misfit. I'll show off their base in another video. We've got Kidsy in this row. I don't know why this one says Radical, but then these are Radical's heads. Kidsy and Radical, they have a town called Philbrick, and they and like Goober and a couple other people, somebody named Guago and stuff like that, run a town in Philbrick. It's really cool. It's like a little gathering of people who are like-minded individuals. I actually made this was my after the third team with Bootleg 8, and I'd say this is my fourth main team. They haven't played in a while because they just got burnt out with the game, which is totally fair. Like, I feel that every now and then I get kind of burnt out with the server, but you know, I always crawl back to it. And yeah, they're just really wonderful people to hang out with. We got McDonald's. McDonald's, just a homie, just like one of those type of people that you can just hang out with and it can be totally chill. McDonald's has helped out a lot with my museum and stuff too, and whenever I need somebody to like help teleport me somewhere, McDonald's is jumping at the ball to help out. Kona Games is an interesting individual. Kona Games is the first person, or I think they figured out a diamond duplication glitch, which was kind of wild. They and another individual, I don't remember who they were doing it with, but they were with somebody, and they were duplicating diamonds and stuff. They had donated to a lot of certain people, like, mass amounts of diamonds, and it looked really suspicious. But, yeah, somehow they just got away with it and never got banned. They eventually left because they got tired of the server, because when you dupe and, like, break the economy with billions of diamonds, you kind of just get bored of the server after that. So that's probably why they left. But they were crazy. I had respect. I mean, I don't respect the duplication of diamonds that wrecks the server, but respect for the balls to do it, you know what I mean? We got Model 1H and Cyber Gamer X. They changed their account for a bit. They've donated a bunch of the figures and stuff, which I'll show off later in the museum. super huge help to most of this museum. Similar to Rudolph Pilk, they just have done a lot of donations. We got Maid Doge, kind of like McDonald's. Maid Doge is just like super nice to hang out with. Just is always there to help and hang out and donate player heads or whatever I need. And yeah. We've got Inari-kun. I don't really remember them too well because we haven't played in ages. But they were chill. We've got Waitruk, who I used to call that until they wanted to be renamed Cookie, because Cookie is a lot easier than, you know, trying to guess how to pronounce their name. They're really cool. They have a really cool, like, Venice build, which I'll probably show off if they're okay with it, as in another video. It's kind of like a build that's on the water on the ocean. Pretty wild. And yeah, they've also donated stuff to the museum. We've got Goober, another donator to the museum. Goober is actually a legacy, I wanna say like legacy player. They played on the server kind of like when it was first made, and then they took a huge like 5 to 6 month break. And then when they got back on, like the owner of the server and a couple other people recognized Goober, and they were like, "Yo, it's Goober!" And everyone was pretty hyped for it. I never played when they used to play, but it was cool to see them and meet them. And they're really cool. We've got Not Noro. I haven't played a lot with Not Noro, but they're just really chill to hang out with. They made a really cool castle build as well. Just a homie. We've got Grey Pix, who is another really helpful individual. Grey Pix helped with this head wall. I don't have the names written down because there's like 500 different heads. And Grey Pix went through every single head with the mod that shows the names of the heads and wrote them all down. And it was a lot of work. I have a lot of respect for them and I really appreciate it. And then lastly, we got Your Boy Death God, who is just another helpful individual, help donate and stuff, and I've known them for quite a while on the server, so yeah, I appreciate them, and they're super helpful. And yeah. Now that we're done the heads, let's move on to the weapons room. So in all my time playing on the server, I've collected a lot of different weapons, as you can see. Here they are. I'll kind of run through them. We got the eye sword. This one, if you hold it and right-click, it throws an ender pearl. Oh. Apparently, you can spawn an endermite too. Good to know. It's, I think, just a retextured diamond sword, but it's got Unbreaking 4 on it, which is nice. The sharpness, I think was added after the fact. But we've got a star sword, which is just a diamond sword, but it's got Unbreaking 4 as well. We've got the Oof's pickaxe. This pickaxe has Unbreaking 4, and it's normally diamond, but I upgraded it to netherite. MZ's axe is a axe that if you crit people, you can stun them. The AC's katana has fire aspect, I believe, 2 on it. Oh, just fire aspect 1. The Ace's bow, this one's really rare. It was donated by McDonald's Happy. It normally has infinity and mending, which is not a thing you can normally get, and so that's pretty rare. A sword bow and a heavy sword bow. They're both, they make you a little slower, but you can attack melee with the bow. A little bit of an interesting idea for a weapon. We've got different types of bows, like the repeating crossbow, longbow, burst crossbow, longsword bow, recurve bow, redstone bow, and compound bow. These are all just like variations of special bows. You can't really make them anymore on the server, but they're kind of rare. Compound bow is especially good. Pretty sure it does the most damage out of any of the bows. But can't make it anymore. The field bow is an interesting one. It rapid fire shoots arrows. If you sneak, as it says in the description. It's forged by Thiel the Unstable, which means there was a boss that you could fight on the server named Thiel the Unstable, and if you killed him, it dropped this bow every time. It was pretty cool. There are a couple netherite weapons, as you can see here. These are all not really craftable anymore. Some of them come in and out of being able to be crafted, but for the most part, you can't craft them. We got a longsword, a spear, a scythe, a katana, a rapier, a saber, a cleaver, and a knife. I made them all out of netherite. You can make them out of prismarine, but prismarine isn't craftable anymore, so you can't really do that. I made them out of netherite because that's all I had at the time. Netherite shield and a diamond shield. The diamond shield is a normal shield with unbreaking 5, and netherite shield has unbreaking 10, and costed, I think, 1 netherite bar. Little buddy is just somebody's shield that was donated, and we have this, I think, Illager face shield. And then a shield of the Wild West. The Wild West is an area, like a little town that a couple people made. And it's their banner on the shield itself, and they donated it. A couple shields that were from the key crates at spawn. The Amboro shield, the Jotun shield, or Jotun or something, and the crown shield. You could make the charging shield and the wooden shield out of copper and wood, respectively. Couple cool emerald weapons that were craftable at one point. Emerald cleaver, emerald spear, emerald scythe, and emerald knife, as well as the golden cleaver. This one's enchanted, but I think somebody enchanted it. Yeah, that doesn't come enchanted. A couple tools that were never intended to be obtainable. The netherite hoe, which gives you speed 3. I think like 1400 hours of speed 3. The netherite infused amethyst shovel, which gives you saturation 3. The pickaxe, which gives you haste 3. You can actually obtain haste 3 normally on this server, but you're not supposed to get freaking 1400 hours of it. It's pretty funny. The netherite infused amethyst axe, which is resistance 3. And then the sword, which is strength 3, which is actually insane for PvP. And then we have this netherite sword with a ton of just really terrible curses on it. Curse of death, curse of fragility, curse of breaking, and curse of misfortune. I'll give you a chance to read those. If you want to pause it, you can. And those are pretty bad. So I've got that. That actually, when I was like back at the very start of me collecting for the museum, this was one of the first items I got. And it cost me 9 diamond blocks. And at the time, that was like really expensive, so I borrowed diamonds from 7th Prince, and he helped me buy that. And I've got a normal mace and a normal trident, and then more things from the spawn crates, the crates at spawn that you do /vote to get. Core Heart heals you, and if it's in your offhand, or it gives you, I think, health boost, and it gives you like 5 extra hearts or something if you eat it for 5 minutes. Fire Wand. I think this one like shoots fire. Yeah. Summer Charm. There's a temperature mod, so the Summer Charm warms you up by 40 degrees. Frost Charm cools you down by 40 degrees. It's I only know Celsius, so it's 40 in Celsius, either hotter by 40 or colder by 40. I don't know what the conversion is for Fahrenheit. Cat's Potion gives you haste 1, as you can see, for 10 minutes. 10+% attack speed, not bad. Levitation Potion doesn't actually do anything. I think Pixels accidentally gave that one to everybody. Compass of the Adventurer has a little description here. You can mark blocks for whatever reason. Master's Fishing Rod just gives you better fish on the modded fish pack. The Magical Fishing Rod gives you, I think, more books or something. Enchanted books is bait. Weird. I never actually used it, but Kektos donated that. The Dash Stick is you can just dash with it, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, launches you. A Roll Charm, which I think just stops like fall damage. Speed Charm, which if you put in your offhand, makes you a little faster. And a Grappling Hook, which you can launch yourself around with. That's my like special weapons and tools. The next thing I want to show off is my really interesting items that I have. So this is the items that I've found on the server that I've started collecting. We've got Pixelitis. This item is rare. It also gives you nausea if you eat it, I think. I guess I don't have hunger to show that it's edible. But you can eat it, and it gives you like nausea 10 or something. It's really disorienting. I've eaten one before. Got a mango. This is a currency for one of the events that I didn't actually take a part of, but I obtained one nonetheless. Somebody gave one to me, donated it. 2 types of tokens. I think this one's for a casino. Yeah, default slot machine token. And this one's an AFK token. There used to be a system where if you AFK'd at the AFK pool, you could get like netherite blocks and stuff. We've got some special spawn eggs. Now the pig spawn egg is a funny story. Kino Kiste, who I talked about earlier, and a couple other people illegally got these through a villager trade that the admin, I think Pixels, set up, the owner of the server. And they illegally got them, and then they started selling them. I got to keep mine because I bought mine off of him. Like the one I have here, I bought it off of him, and I didn't know it was illegal, so I got to keep it. Just for the museum. I think if I didn't have a museum, I would not be allowed to keep it. I've got a villager spawn egg as well, because the shopkeeper eggs, which like you can just get normally, they're like a diamond for one of them. You used to be able to either throw these in a shulker and leave it for a few days, or you could rename it in an anvil and turn it back into a villager spawn egg. It's kind of funny, because I think I've got like 8 more of those and then 3 more of those in a nether chest. The dungeon key was used for fighting Thiel the Unstable, who dropped this bow, as I talked about earlier. So that was just how you spawned him, I'm pretty sure. The shooting key and the cosmetics key are what you do, or what you get when you do /vote. And so we've got the New Year's key as well, which is a limited time thing for the New Year's event. We've got different waystones. These are the old textures that don't show up anymore, so they're kind of special. Got the linked waystone, which you need 2, and then it teleports you from one waystone to the other. The public waystone and the private waystone. You get waystones every 2 months on the server, and so, you know, you got these 2 waystones. You get 1 private, 1 public every 2 months if you hit the button at spawn. There's a warp scroll, which teleports you once to, I think, any waystone? Yeah, 1-time usage. Yeah, but you can craft it, so it's pretty handy. And then there's a multi-use warp stone, which you can just teleport anywhere at any time. Pretty handy. An empty teleportation book, which you can attune to a waystone, and then it will teleport you to the waystone that you attune it to. 1-time teleport. And then you've got to teleport to your death location. When you die, you spawn a grave, like one of these things over here. And you can teleport to it to get your stuff back. So we got a cleaner right here. The cleaner, I think, removes... Yeah, cleans the tool in your first hotbar slot from any tool trim. So it removes the tool trim, and if you have like a tool trim or something on your armor, it'll remove it. Skelly Gold drops from a skeleton boss. It doesn't actually have any use, but it's a collectible item. These are 2 different type of casino chips, before the casino was renamed to the game area or whatever. We got the XP boba, which gives you, I think, 20 levels if you drink it. Pretty rare. The God Tracker tracks the location of everybody nearby you. Well, nobody's nearby me, so that was a waste, but yeah. It tells you whoever's nearby. The Plague Cure, kind of just a fun item because there's no actual Black Plague on the server. But the plugin is still there for the Black Plague. Nether Alchemy Ore and Mysterious Ore are both, they're both added when the server added trial chambers, because the world border was extended by, I think, 3,000 blocks from 12,000. Yeah, 12,000 blocks in every direction, extended to 15,000 in every direction. So we got these in those new chunks. A mailbox is an item that you can just use to send mail to other people. I've got my own mailbox, and I'll show that off in another video. Keypad. You used to be able to use these like buttons for redstone, but the keypads, you could like put in numbers, like special key code combinations, instead of just having a button. Fermented Pixel's Eye. This was a collectible item I got for, I think, winning a minigame. Just a fun little thing signed by Pixels. oxygen system upgrader. It's a little, I wasn't supposed to be able to craft this, but I found the crafting recipe, I think with too many items or something. Just enough items. It showed me the crafting recipe. It costed a nether star, so it's pretty expensive, but yeah, I made that just to throw in my museum. We've got this thing with a long-ass name. I found it at in a hopper at spawn. It was supposed to help sort in a hopper. But, yeah, I just yoinked it because I thought it was, like, unique. Tracked diamond. There used to be a way to track different items. And so I threw a tracker on this diamond, and you can see it's tracked by Kablaz, so whoever takes this, I will know the location of it at all times. Check types. I don't know where I found this chest, but very early on when I started playing, I got a chest called check types. I don't remember naming it or anything, but I thought it was special or something, so I put it on my wall. I could have just named it as a reminder, but I don't really remember doing it, so I think it's something. Got packed sugar. I think you can eat it and get power 1, I guess. We got item.tooltrims.smithing_template. It's just a fun item. I don't know what this is. Like, I got it from the Super Jord for helping them out with saving their base when it got unclaimed. I claimed it for them and gave it back to them. Strong amethyst. This was at a hidden trade somewhere in the world. An admin trade. Obviously you can't put mending or enchantments on blocks, so that's rare. These are the graves that I talked about, like with that teleportation to your death book. There's an anniversary grave and a normal grave. The normal graves are what spawn now, but for a little bit, like a limited time. During the anniversary grave with the little balloon and party hat would spawn instead. That's kind of rare. These are all the normal Minecraft stuff. Sniffer egg, dragon's breath, pitcher pod, torch flower. I don't know. You know these items. They're normal, vanilla stuff. We don't talk about that sugar. We got the amethyst-infused netherite ingot, the emerald-infused netherite ingot, and the diamond-infused netherite ingot. These are all netherite upgrades. This is the prismarine that I talked about. It's an armor upgrade. And it used to be the best thing, and then it stopped being able to be crafted. So anybody with prismarine stuff is like got really rare stuff. And yeah, now the amethyst infused netherite ingot and netherite armor is the strongest gear. Speaking of gear, let's go check out the armor I have. Do a little slide by these banners real quick. Let's go check out this armor, shall we? Go left to right, or right to left. So to start off, we've got the cursed gear. You can see King of Katsuko's head on here. I just thought it'd be funny. Ages ago I put his head on here. I've got no beef or anything. I just thought it'd be funny. So we've got the Curse of Binding chestplate, and then the pants have Curse of Binding and Curse of Vanishing, as you can see. Somebody gave me those pieces of armor ages ago. We've got a toilet and flippers. The flippers have Depth Strider 5, I believe. Oops. Okay, well, I can't grab them because the toilet's there and I keep sitting on the toilet for some reason. You can wear the toilet on your head. That's why it's aptly named Skibbity Toilet on the sign right there. We've got a normal Elytra and then a Wither Skeleton Skull. So those are kind of rare just in vanilla Minecraft. We've got a dragon head. Ooh la la, because, you know, the dragon's funny. I put it back a little bit so it wasn't like sticking through the glass, because there's normal glass right here. But yeah, it looked a little goofy, but now it just looks like he's stuck in the block. We've got 3 pairs of special particle boots. So the spooky boots emit orange particles when you walk around. I don't know if they still work. Yeah, look at that. Oops. We've got the obsidian boots, which should do purple particles, maybe? These are very old, so I don't expect them to all work. And then we've got the ice boots. No dice. Cool that the spooky boots still work, because that's the Halloween event. The redstone core, it says it's a power source. some of the weapons that I showed off, the redstone weapons, would work with this on, instead of apparently holding redstone in the offhand. I've never actually used those redstone bows, so I didn't really know about them. That's a kind of cool, interesting little piece of armor there, and it looks definitely interesting in the inventory. We got the winter parka, which is like just a base little set of armor. It was to keep people warm. It's got Unbreaking 5 on it, which is pretty good. Because the temperature mod, if you wear leather armor, it warms you up significantly if you're in like a cold season like winter. So the leather armor is good. Skeleton armor is just like base gear. It probably has Unbreaking. Yeah, decent Unbreaking on it and stuff. Just another set that you could get at the spawn market. Ice armor used to be craftable. You can see the texture is a little bugged. It always has been like that, a real texture. You can't make that set anymore though. Knight armor is another set you used to be able to buy at the spawn market. You got plated chainmail, which is actually what I'm wearing right now. It's funny because the plated chainmail, if you can see above my hearts, it shows like it's as good as diamond, but it looks like iron. Like it looks like this is a set of iron, enchanted iron armor. But it's as good as diamond, which is pretty cool. You got chainmail, vanilla chainmail. It's just cool to have like a full set. Prismarine armor, which is very rare. I've never actually worn this set in the battle or anything. My very first set and only set of my Prismarine armor has gone right to my museum. I didn't get to wear it once. I mean, I tried it on, but, you know, it's still undamaged. Amethyst-infused netherite armor is the strongest for battle. It gives you 2 extra hearts when you wear it. You can see one piece gives me half a heart. That's pretty cool. The diamond armor, I'm going to try this on to show it off. It gives you a little wind burst ability when you have all of it on. Oh, you need a speed charm. Let me grab my speed charm real quick. So if you've got a speed charm in your offhand, you can do this little thing where you get, like, launch. It's very loud if you have audio on. But, yeah. If you have a speed charm, you can launch wind bursts and they launch you around. You can basically fly, but it costs stamina, as you can see. My hunger bar went down. That's diamond armor. And then the emerald infused netherite is it gives you permanent hero of the village, and so villager trades are just significantly cheaper. We've got the turtle shell, which I call turtle shellmet. It's just a normal turtle shell. This armor is interesting. The light chestplate was gifted to me by Goober, and then the chainmail helmet was from Violet. So the light chestplate makes it so you can attack a little bit quicker, but I think it lowers your defense. And then the chainmail helmet has 3 different types of protection on it. Protection 4, fire protection 4, and projectile protection 4. You're not supposed to be able to do that, but yeah, oddly enough, you can, it's got the 3 protections on it. Don't know why. It was some glitch. Got Emma's bat wings, which just have unbreaking and mending on them. Just a normal set of bat wings otherwise. Got the moth wings, which I think you can like flap the wings somehow. I'm not quite sure. Basically, you can propel yourself without using rockets. Oh, it's left clicking. Let me try that again then. Oh yeah, look at that. So you can flap your wings and propel yourself. Pretty interesting. It's a very rare set of wings as well. There's another set called the Demigod wings, which I wanted to get before making this video, but I could not obtain them, sadly. We've got a space helmet, which there's only about 4 of these on the server. And if you hold crouch while sneaking, I mean, for me, my sneak button is crouch, and kind of hover. Sometimes this kicks you and like bans you from the game because the auto or the anti-cheat thinks you're flying. I'm not going to do that too much. That is very rare. Only 5 of them. 5 or 7 of them on the server. I got mine from, I want to say, Wildcard. We got Quailix Duck's Duck God set. It's all Prismarine, as you can see. He's got his set, he donated it, and he wants it back eventually, but he donated it, so you could see it. Pretty cool. Usually behind glass again. We've got Pickle Eater Parka. This was donated by Pickle Eater. They were very gracious, because they left the server for good a while ago. And they gave away a lot of stuff, and so this is one of the sets they gave away. And then Rudolph Pilk's Prismarine set as well. For some reason, the boots, they are Prismarine, but it shows as netherite, so maybe they're bugged or something. But yeah, another set of Prismarine. Pretty cool. The next thing I would like to show off is the glitched textures. There's a lot of glitched textures that happened. Basically, what happens is the server mods, you know, are in a mod launcher folder or whatever, and a new mod is added, and then it moves the textures around or something, and then it just bugs out some old textures. And so a lot of these items still work as they're supposed to, but they're textured differently. You can see the red fox plushie here is clearly a welder's mask. The name isn't changed, you can tell because it's not italicized. It's not on an angle. The red fox plushie is, you know, not italicized right there. And so a lot of these are bugged. You can see the waystones seem to be cobs of corn, like corn plants, and seeds, and plants and stuff for the shooting key and cosmetic key. Very odd stuff. AC's katana, which we saw right here. It's just a broken texture. Seasoned Angler book. This is an enchanted book, one of the special enchants. But I unenchanted it and it stayed with the enchanted description, so it's kind of weird. We've got a basic spruce chair. A couple of the same glitch happened to these 4 spruce bed frame right here. We got candy, librarian hat, cartographer's monocle. Summer Charm and Frost Charm obviously aren't supposed to look like a Philosopher's Stone or whatever. Then the ice gear. I recently gave away this ice helmet, but I still have the rest of this ice gear. And that is the entirety of the glitch textures. I'll show off the Stardew Valley mod right here. So it's a garden mod. We've got this little scarecrow. This is greenhouse glass as well. Apparently it says it's a chorus plant, but that's not what it is. We got a planter pot, a couple watering cans and sprinklers. These are just like fertilizers, who cares? We've got a gold star of every vegetable and fruit. I think tomatoes are like technically a fruit, right? You're not supposed to be able to get this like dead crop. As you can tell, it's got no name. But I got one from Silk Touching it when it was like, when the plant, I think it was like when I was growing tomatoes, one of them died and I silk touched it and it just dropped for some reason, so I grabbed a couple stacks of those. Right here is the second exit. I wanted to have a second exit because it was annoying running back around every time to the main exit. So I've got this back entrance. I'll show off the rest of my base in another video. But that's not for today. Next thing I'll show off is the Funko Pops. I'll just do a really quick tour. There's the New Year's event basically gave Funko Pops. If you paid a bit of money to the server, you could get your own Funko Pop. It was a nice little thing. It's nice because it like wasn't pay to win, which is, you know, nobody likes pay to win. But it was a good way to support the server because running a server probably costs a lot of money. And yeah, I don't know. Apparently I didn't finish the roof right here, the ceiling, but we'll look past that. I think it's because I thought there'd be more Funko Pops eventually, and so I didn't leave the room fully finished. The next thing we should look through is the event stuff, because this stuff is really interesting. You'll see a lot of the event items are glitched. They're not supposed to be flags. You can see it says horns or witch hat, ghost hat, pumpkin head, even these like horns, which is what this flag is supposed to look like, is the pumpkin head is totally messed up. The skull head's even messed up. It's a cake for some reason, which it's funny. You can wear the cake, and it looks like a little scarf because the top of the cake is in your player model. I wonder, actually, could I go in my... Yeah, look at that. What a weird thing to happen. But yeah, it's a cake. You can wear the freaking flag if you want. Looks so goofy. Ah, I'm sticking out of my head. Yeah, you can wear that. Because it's supposed to be the horns that you could wear earlier, but no, it's a flag. The gravity coil is supposed to look like this, and it bounces you, I think? Yeah, you can, like, launch. It's hard to see in this room, but it bounces you upwards. Size modifier, you can, like, hit people and make them big or small. What you do in this event is you'd sell these fish, and then you would buy these keys, and then with the keys, you could, like, purchase these special items in a crate. And, like, roll in the crate to get special items. You get a spooky chat tag, you get a candy. These gear sets, they're Dark Reaper armor. One of them was donated from Kidsy. Special thanks to them. I just wanted 2, so it's, like, symmetrical. It looks better. It's basically as good as netherite. I think it's retextured leather, but it's as good as netherite, so that's cool. And we've got the Dark Reaper axe. In the next event, this was the very first event that I ever did, the summer event. We have different bundles from the event. They're just typical Minecraft bundles. Hooked Pixels Turtle. Some of these textures are messed up. The fried don't care is not supposed to look like a plum. It's supposed to look like this. But I digress. There's not much I can do about that. A lot of glitch textures. Basically how this event would work is there was a ore generation thing that would spawn emeralds, these cute emeralds, and you'd mine them, and then they'd drop these, and then you turn, like, I think 10 of these into 1 summer shard, and then you needed 30 summer shards to get 1 piece of armor. And so it was quite a grind. I spent, I think, 8 hours to get both full sets, 8 hours straight of mining with Fortune 3. Fortune 3 actually, like, gave you extra emeralds. And there's an exploit with the emeralds where if you put 9 of them in a crafting table, you could make a normal emerald block and then turn them back into normal emeralds. So people would do that and just get a bunch of emeralds for free. Shiny diamond, gold, and shiny iron were all gotten from these kind of look and find, like you needed to seek out the chests with the treasure in them. Kind of like a pirate. It was pretty cool. X marks the spot type thing. Maybe that's an arrow? I don't know. But you kind of have to go on a mission to find this stuff. And I'd give little tours to show new people once I found these things. Show them how to get this stuff. Got the Skulk Sword and the Skulk Armor, which is like really cool looking. I think it's just retextured leather, but it looks cool to collect. The Amethyst Armor and the Amethyst Sword. So that's the summer event. And then down here, the next thing we have is the anniversary event. So I showed off this this grave, the anniversary grave. We've got the Zippo lighter, which basically you can open, light stuff, and then close it. Pretty cool. We've got the XP Boba, which what it does is, as I explained before, it just gives you XP. I think like 20 levels. It's pretty good. Grappling hook. You used to be able to fly with this. If I have a video, I'll show it. But basically, you just hook in the air, and then it'd launch you upwards, and then you could hook in the air again and like go flying. Really awesome. I got a fish finder, which if you right-click, shows you all the fish that you can catch that are like the modded fish around this area. I don't think the modded fish thing plug-in is working right now, but yeah, it's pretty cool that there's a fish finder. Party Popper would launch people. It's a pretty fun like gimmick item.
The way the anniversary event worked is you could catch these fish, trade them in for tokens, or sorry, not tokens, amethyst fragments. And the amethyst fragments were the currency to buy the anniversary crate keys. And in the crates, you could get all these items. Showed those ones off. Also a retro chat tag, which that one looks really cool. It's like, I think red, green, and blue. Party hat, which looks like soup right now. I can wear it on my head. I don't know why. I guess it's because it's the party hat, but it's not supposed to look like soup. It's supposed to look like a typical party hat. Got the Master's fishing rod, which I showed off earlier. You got another one from this event. Silver fishing rod, which caught more silver starfish than normal, and golden fishing rod, which caught more gold starfish than usual. The group plushie turned into a flag because glitch textures, things. I don't know, nothing I can do. The next event, I'm gonna skip the Christmas event, I'll show that one last. But the Valentine's event is pretty cute. This is the current event. You can get a Valentine's key and just get a couple little presents and doohickeys, items to lay around. This here guy is Fred. If you know Soda, this is Soda's dog. Soda left him here, and so he just became part of the exhibit. He's a little cutie patootie. He has a lot of hearts, good lord. Anyways, I try to feed him every time I remember. The last and greatest event, in my opinion, is the Christmas event. So, in the Christmas event, there were a lot of side quests that you could do. These are the quests and the items that come along with them. You have the reindeer whistle, which you'd blow on, and then it would give you nausea, and then it'd teleport you to the, I think, Santa's cabin. You got the Compass of the Winds, which in chat shows you a little coordinate thing. I think there's something special about those coordinates, but I never went to check. You got a letter, which you needed to deliver to Santa. Apples, which you fed to the reindeers. Santa's list, which if you right-click, if you're naughty, it will damage you. If you're nice, it will heal you. Cheese ball, which you gave to a Yeti in a quest. Gramps' favor, which I don't think I can use for a little bit, but gives you resistance and strength. Raw cod, you needed a stack of it to get, is obviously 1, I just named it 64. You needed 64 of them to get sleigh bells, which people found out if you have one sleigh bell and then another sleigh bell in your offhand, it would turn into sleigh bells, which if you right click, shoots a little beam, which is kind of cool. We've got an important pickaxe, which you gave to T-Boy in the Christmas event, and then you got mini Christmas tree decorations, which you can see right there. The leather boots, you gave to an elf, and then he told you to get a crazy elf's hat, and then from that, you would bring it back to him, and then he'd give you a Christmas crown. Tree had a little quest line, where if you killed somebody in PvP, he'd give you a golden ring. And then there was a bat that wanted you to go open a chest to get the Christmas shield. There were a couple sets of armor that happened in the Advent calendar, such as the Yeti armor, which you can see it's got like a little texture in the bottom. This helped against the sleigh bells that I showed off. It made you take less damage from them. Cozy armor just looks really cool. It's one of the custom texture ones. I think, I don't know what it's as good as, but it's definitely more for looks than for PvP or anything. And the winter armor is something you could buy just to keep cool, or keep from getting cold, I guess, because the winter event was very, very cold. And then the Spear of Just Ice. You can still craft these things. People love to use them to freeze people, like new people at spawn, because even if your PvP is off with /PvP off, you can still get hit by these. It's a little cheeky. And then, on top of all those quest items, there were also Advent Calendar Day items. So obviously there are 25 days till Christmas. On the 25th is Christmas. But basically what happened is, I think Pixels or somebody on the team who was like adding all the Christmas Advent calendar stuff they forgot the 19th day, and so there are only 24 special items. It took me ages of counting them and recounting them to make sure I wasn't like messing it up. There's a whole day missing, which is alright, like that's how it goes. On the first day, you get the Compass of the Winds and the letter, which I showed off here. I've got 2 of each. The Dove plushie is on the second day, and you get a cake. Most of these 3D items that you see are just for decoration. Frozen Shield is just a normal shield that's got a special texture. This phone is probably my favorite item.
Hello? Hello? I wanted to record a message for you to
It plays a goofy audio.
First night, Buster. I worked in the...
But it plays a silly little audio. It's a global sound, so people hear it like 1,000 blocks away, basically. It's like... And there's another goofy sound that plays. I got the rare sound, but I'll put that back down. There's a sparkly hat, which is just another special hat. Old penguin guy. This guy's pretty cute. I think day 9 or whatever gave you 5 diamonds, which is good for, you know, new people on the server. Speed cane is like a speed charm. Kind of gives you a little bit of extra speed. Snow globe, just another decoration. The sparkly pickaxe was one of the best items from this event, other than the speed cane and some other stuff up ahead. Because this was a netherite pickaxe with unbreaking 4, which is like something you can't really get. Also has a cool like red name, as you can see. Sparkly pickaxe is like in a gradient. You got the gingerbread cookie, which you right click and breaks your legs and gives you slowness and mining fatigue. Kinda sucks, but it's kind of a funny item. Jingle bells. The fluffy earmuffs and the Yeti parka, which I showed off over there, the diamond armor. Christmas wreath, Santa Claus bag. There's a hearts hat, which you can wear on your head, because it's a hat. Kinda cool. Oh, I'm madly in love. We've got an edible shard block, and then an edible shard. You might recognize this as the currency in the summer event. And there's a duck plushie. The painter's box, which, for one, it's just a shulker box, which is good for new people if they need a shulker box for more storage in their ender chest or for moving stuff. Just super handy to give to like new players. And then, you know, you got paint as well if you like to paint. Try to mine. Oh, my mining fatigue is over. Nice. We now lastly have the cozy chestplate and cozy hat, which again I showed right here. And then lastly, the netherite ingot. You got this on the 25th day. I know I said there were 24 days, but you know, 19 was skipped. And so the netherite ingot, just a normal netherite ingot, other than the fact that, you know, it's really good for upgrading and stuff. It's not too bad, actually. And that's basically every event item. Sleep. The next hallway we're going to be moving on to is the crate items and extras. In this hallway we have, for one, the mysterious ore again, but also the casino. Now this was a glitched item. As you can tell, it doesn't really make sense what it says. It was an item we got from a waystone. I think Violet got it. Basically what happened is the server was lagging really bad at one point, and he got it into his inventory, even though it like wasn't supposed to, because usually it disappears. He got it into his inventory, then the server reset, and then it was still in his inventory by the time he logged back on. And I guess he just got to keep it. Like, I can right-click on the ground. It doesn't get rid of it. Pretty cool. It's also like the only thing with a rainbow name, so it's really rare. Well, it's not the only thing with a rainbow name, but it's the only thing like from a waystone. We've got all these little things from the spawn, I think the Collectibles crate. So all the hats and doodads. There used to be a dead mouse hat and cat ears and ender dragon wings. This thing, if you right click, they used to shoot out particles as well, like dragon's breath, but doesn't do that anymore. Ton of different plushies. Some of the plushies have like special writing on them, such as community created item. This Twitch plushie you used to get from subscribing to the owner's Twitch account. The Twitch sub plushie. What's another one? Don't care plushie. Please don't turn me into a marketable plushie. It's pretty funny. Special foods such as cola, fantastic, spring, and puppy. Now we've got money from the Damasai marketplace right here. And then these two parts of the wall here, there are pride set items. Here's another rainbow item. Couple special weapons. These are glitched. They're supposed to just be like a normal sword and a normal crossbow, but when the winter event happened, it glitched the textures. I'm not complaining, because this is cooler than what it was before, but yeah. And then, I'll probably show off the moon in one of the later videos in this series, but the moon items have like infused pickaxes and stuff. This has more durability, I think, than normal netherite, if I'm not mistaken. Or if it doesn't anymore, it definitely used to. These are not to be confused with the other netherite tools I have. These are a different thing. But basically on the moon, what you do is get infused amethyst shards as the currency, and then you'd buy these things, which is the lighter and the oxygen mask and the gear. These leather armor pieces, they were made by me. You couldn't buy them or anything. I just wore like a full black suit because I thought it looked like a spacesuit. And then the books are just the lore. You got Notes of a Captain, My Journal, The Plants, The Cave, and In the Cave. Just lore that the server owner made. It's pretty cool. The next hallway down is trading cards and special foods. Show off the foods first. We've got, first there was pizza, which will show off the pizza recipe. Pretty simple. So all the pizza got removed. Clearly it's like the crust isn't crust anymore, it's like a gingerbread cookie. The textures were removed. Somehow the pizza texture is still here. But once that was removed, we got the burger recipe. And you can still make them, I'm pretty sure. I think they do 5 hunger points, so it's a bit better than normal steak. It's actually worth making. Another thing I have is the shark. So I got the shark head. This is a one-of-a-kind item. Nobody else has these. 2 shark plushies, a shark fin and a shark tooth. Sharks that spawn near guardian, what are they called? Ocean monuments. Drop shark fins and shark teeth. And there's a great white shark thing. Can't actually see the name because it's blocked by the head there. This used to all be types of food that you got from the IKEA build on the server, but now they're flags for whatever reason. I'm gonna do a quick scan of the trading cards because they're kind of cool. Oops, I went kind of quick there. And I can't see the rest of them. Okay, I'll do this instead. Yeah, the trading cards are pretty cool. I took a while to collect them, and I didn't have all of them, but then Squiggle went through and bought every single one because he used to be able to purchase some of them with money, and they gave me a shiny version. You see how the name of the card is blue. Name of the card is blue. They're shiny. He just donated every single type of card, which I'm super thankful for. Here are the old ones. As you can see, the names are white. I have a ton of extra blue ones as well now too. Super thankful for that donation. In the last hallway here, we have the chat tags. As you can see, they're just paper. Like, they're not very interesting, but that's all of them. And then we have the base, like, tutorial stuff, like commands, our website, how to install voice chat, how to claim land. Stuff to help out new people. Claim shovel to, like, check your claim. Stuff like that. These books are special because they're all books that are written by people. And so, eventually I'll go through these. But I've just collected every book that people will give me that they've written. I've just taken from people. I found a lot of books around, like in special builds that have been unclaimed and stuff. So I've been collecting. A couple of special items here. There was at one point a speakeasy that I got a special discount to because I helped build it. I helped like donate a ton of blocks to get it builded or built. Sir Axo gave me a bit of netherite ages ago. I don't even remember what for, but I think I helped him out. Onvice T gave me a grift because I misheard them when they said gift. I was like, "You got a grift for me?" And they gave me a flower. It's kind of funny. Bread Bank had a pig named Pigus Poot. I killed it, and I feel terrible. I'm sorry, Brad, if you're watching. It was an accident. But I still have Pegasus leash and Pegasus Poot's essence right here. Julanal gave me a set of gear and basically a ticket because he made a bunker, and that's my ticket to get into the bunker. Pretty cool. So I've got that set up here. These are all unique treasure maps because the world board is only 15,000 blocks in every direction. And so every treasure map is unique because there's only so many treasure maps on the server. And then I should show off the map art. I'll do a little like show them off right here. These are all map arts that have been uploaded to the server. They're all pretty special. We've even got this this Gru right here. Half of Gru for some reason. I couldn't find the other half, but My Cat is Best Cat donated all these, so special shout out to them. And yeah, that is basically the entire museum. I've spent just so many hours collecting for the museum, and I appreciate everybody who's donated. I think like, yeah, I started, I think a month into me playing on the server, I started collecting because I wanted to make a museum. And it's crazy to see where it's gotten to now. If you like look at the size of this thing. Oh, I forgot to show off this room actually. This room has got like special, basically books that just say how people died. They're called obituaries on the server. And this GIF is so freaking funny. And then like different death maps and stuff like that. But yeah, seeing the size of like all these obsidian rooms and how much stuff I've collected. Obviously I can't see it if it's not rendered in. It's just so much stuff. It's impressive. I don't know. But to end the video off, I figured I should go into my main head room and read these off. And I should specify, by read it off, I mean hover over them. Probably not actually read them. But I'll let y'all read them. Let's go through the interesting heads first here. These, I don't know if I explained it earlier, but these are basically just the heads I thought looked cool. So I put them on this wall. This is no particular order. I did know some of these people on the interesting heads wall. And then a lot of the other people just donated and then I never saw again. Because on the server, as any server goes, you meet some people and some people stay and some people don't, and I don't know, it's just the way things go, you know? This is the first generation wall right here that I'm now going to show off. These are the first heads that I ever found on the server. And started collecting. Some of them were bought from shops in the marketplace. Some of them I just were donated or people would gift to me. You'll find on this wall there are a lot of like YouTuber wannabes. Like freaking this guy named Skeppy18 has multiple like YouTuber skins. It's kind of silly, but I respect it, I guess. At least he's very committed, you know. But here's MGC. Bros goes way back. So that's the first generation. The second generation are the heads. I basically started collecting right after the other heads. I didn't collect these in generations, I just put them in kind of an order. Because if people know, like if people get on and know how long ago that they've played, like when they started playing, I can kind of track that and then check on the wall and say like, oh, they've been playing since January or they've been playing since November and they're on this wall. That means everybody from that wall is basically from that month. And so it's kind of like our frame of reference. Kind of cool. I kind of regret not putting my head on the wall to like remind me of when I started, because I don't remember exactly when I got on this server. I think I started because it was in 2024, but it wasn't like the start of 2024. I think it was like early August. But I can't exactly remember. I will say, if you do see your head on the wall, make sure to comment down below the timestamp. I'd love to see how many people watch this video who have actually played on the server. 'Cause there's so many. I think 500 heads on this wall. It's wild. Some of them obviously just say player head as well. You might have noticed. Um, that's due to the fact that like sometimes the server resets or updates, and it's just like it just breaks them for whatever reason. Nothing I can do. It's not the end of the world. The skin is still like visible. A lot of creative heads here. It's crazy with Minecraft like skins, how you can like see just the creativity that goes into some of them and like the uniqueness of every single different skin. Even skins that look similar. Like there's so many like emo, whatever, emo boy, emo girl, whatever heads and skins. And even those ones, like, between them are pretty creative. The thing I was talking about, the frame of reference for the times and stuff. This head, Lash Pro, started playing in October. And his head's right here. So I don't know if it's accurate to say everybody here started kind of in October, November, maybe December. But it's kind of like a cool frame of reference. The last generation, eventually I'll need to extend these walls out and bring every head back a row to make space in the 6th generation. But here's the last part of the head wall. Pretty wild that this many people played. And I don't even think I got half of the amount of people that played and they're like player heads. I think there have been way more people on this server that I just never got to meet. Kind of wild to think about. Just the sheer number of people that play Minecraft. It is the biggest selling game in the world, so I guess it's to be expected. Let's go to spawn, and there's one last thing I want to do. I just want to thank a couple folks of mine on the server. Some of them have made fan art, and so I kind of want to show that off here. I'll just let a couple pieces go by right now. Thanks again for watching, everybody. It was really fun to make this video, and if you want to see more, because I'm going to be doing more on this series, make sure to like and subscribe. And yeah, I'm excited to show off all my waypoints, my base, and a ton of new builds in the next few videos. So, Thanks for watching.